Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and welcome to the Xadmin channel. So in the previous lecture I explained you about the this keyword in Java and what are the problems we face if we don't use the this keyword, right? So guys, in this lecture I will explain you the what are the different uses of this keyword in Java and with a example program, right? So guys, let's start the session of uses of the this keyword. So guys, the uses of the this keyword, basically there are the 6 uses of the this keyword in Java. So guys, the uses of the this keyword is like, so guys, the first use, it can be used to refer a current class instance variable. Okay, it can be used to refer current class instance variable, right? So guys, the first use of the this keyword in Java is like it can be used to refer a current class instance variable, right? And okay, and the second uses of the this keyword is like it can be used to invoke a current class method implicitly. Actually, it can be used to call or to invoke a current class method implicitly, right? So it can be used to invoke current class or call a current class method implicitly. Okay, so guys, the first use of the this keyword is like it can be used to refer a current class instance variable, and the second use is like it can be used to invoke a current class method implicitly. And like the third use of the this keyword is like it can be used to invoke or call a current class constructor. So guys, with the help of the this keyword we can call or we can invoke the current class constructor also. So this can be used to call or invoke current class constructor, right? And guys, the fourth use of the this keyword is like it can be used to pass as an argument in a method call. So guys, we can pass as an argument in a method call, right? It can be used to pass an argument, okay, pass an argument in the method call, right? And the fifth use of the this keyword is like it can be used to pass an argument in the constructor call. We can pass an argument in a constructor call, so it can be used to pass as an argument in the constructor call, right? And the sixth use of the this keyword is like it can be used to return the current class instance from the method. So can be used to return the current class instance from the method. So guys, these are the 6 uses of the this keyword in Java. And guys, the first use is like it can be used to refer a current class instance variable, right? We can refer a current class instance variable with the help of the this keyword. And the second use of the this keyword is like it can be used to invoke a current class method implicitly. With the help of the this keyword we can call or we can invoke the current class method also, right? And the third use of the this keyword is like it can be used to call or invoke a current class constructor. We can call a current class constructor with the help of the this keyword, right? And the fourth use is like it can be used to pass an argument in the method call. We can pass the this keyword as an argument in the method call by which it will pass the current class instance, right? So the fifth use, it can be used to pass an argument in the constructor call. We can pass this as an argument in the constructor call also, right? And the sixth use of the this keyword is like can be used to return the current class instance from the method. It can be used to return the current class instance from the method, right? So these are the six uses of the this keyword in Java. And now guys, we are going to see the each uses with a Java program to understand it better, right? So let's start the session, and we are going to write the example of the this keyword uses. So first of all, I am going to my ID, and inside this ID I have created a package with a pomxadmin.demo this, right? And inside this class, so guys, the first of all I will show you the use of the this keyword. So guys, the first use is like it can be used to refer a current class instance variable, right? So guys, the first of all I am going to write a program to show you an example, so how to refer a current class instance variable with the help of the this keyword. So let's create one Java class here. So I'm going to create the Java class with the name demo, okay? And inside this demo class I am going to create one instance variable with the name I. So here my I is my instance variable of this demo class of the integer type, and now I am going to create one method to set the value to the instance variable. So let's create one method with the set value name, which is going to so here it is going to set the value of the instance variable, and let's pass an argument to receive the value. So let's say I am passing I here, okay? And guys, here what I will do, this dot I equals to I, right? So now I am going to create one more method inside this demo class to display or to show the value of the instance variable. So let's create the name of a method as show. So inside the show method I am going to display the value I of the instance variable, okay? And after this method I am going to create one main method, public static void main string args, right? So this is my main method, and inside the main method I am going to create a object of my demo class. So let's keep as dm equals to, with the help of the new keyword demo, right? And now guys, I am going to set the value to the instance variable. So let's set the value with the dm dot show set value, and inside this I am passing the value 7. So guys, the 7 is going to the set value method, and the I will receive the 7, and it is going to store the value 7 to the instance variable. And guys, with the help of the this keyword I am storing this 7 to the instance variable, right? So now what I will do, so let's print the value by the help of the show method. So now I am going to compile this program, and we are going to see the output. So guys, here you can see that we got the output as 7. So it means that we are setting the value 7, and the 7 is going, or it is receiving by the variable I, and I is the local variable here, and we are setting this variable to the instance variable with the help of the this keyword. So guys, I am removing now the this keyword, so that you will get to know that now guys, as I remove the this keyword, now guys it is not going to set to the instance variable I, okay? It is going to set to the local variable only. So now if I'll compile this code, then let's see the output what we are getting. So guys, you can see that we are getting the output as 0. So guys, we are getting the output as 0 because we are not setting the value 7 to the instance variable, because we have removed the this keyword, right? So guys, it is giving us the default value, and the default value of the integer is like 0. So guys, it is providing me the default value as 0. So guys, to set the instance variable, we have to use the this keyword. So guys, with the help of the this keyword, we can set the instance variable, right? So guys, okay. So guys, I hope you understand the concept and the first uses of the this keyword in Java. So let's run and see the output. So guys, we can see that now we are getting the output 7. It means that we are setting the instance variable with the this keyword here. So guys, this is a simple example of the uses of the first uses of the this keyword. So guys, it can be used to refer the current class instance variable. Okay, so guys, we are done with the first use, right? So now guys, we are going to see the use the second use with an example program. So guys, the second use says that it can be used to invoke a current class method implicitly, right? So guys, with the help of the this keyword, we can invoke or we can call a current class method also. So guys, now I'm going to write a simple program to show you an example how we can invoke a current class method with the help of the this keyword, right? So let's go to our id, and inside the id guys, I am going to edit this I'm going to change this program wherever it is required. I'm not going to create one more class, okay, every time. So let's edit this program. So guys, here we have a demo class, right? And we have instance variable, that's fine. So now guys, I am going to remove this method and I am going to create one method with the name, let's say, display. Okay, and inside the display, what I will do, I will simply show you, or in the console I will print hello display. Okay, hello display. And guys, we have a show method, and inside the show method I am going to call this method, the display method. So guys, this dot display, right? And guys, inside the main method I have created a demo class object, that's fine. So let's call the show method here. So I will remove this set value. So guys, this is an example of how to call the implicit method of a current class with the help of the this keyword, right? So guys, inside the main method I am calling a show method. So guys, the show method is going to call the display method from inside the method show. So let's run this program and let's see the output. So guys, here we can see that we are getting the hello display as in console. So guys, here you can say that I have called a show method, not the display method. But guys, inside the show method we are calling a display method with the help of the this keyword. So guys, there is one more thing. If I will remove this keyword also, then also guys, it is going to call the display method. Let's see. So let's run this program. So okay, so guys, here you can see that we are getting the hello displays. So guys, actually if we are not using the this keyword, then the compiler is going to add the this keyword with the display method, right? Like this. So guys, with the help of the this keyword, we can call the current class method also, right? So guys, this is the second use of the this keyword. I hope you understand this example, and this is a very simple example to understand the use of the this keyword, right? So guys, simply I am calling the show method, and inside the show method I am calling a display method with the help of the this keyword. So guys, we are getting the output as hello display, right? So guys, this is example of the second use of the this keyword. So guys, the second use of the this keyword is like it can be used to invoke the current class method. So guys, we have seen that how we can call a current class method implicitly from inside that class only. Okay, so guys, we are done with this, the second uses. And now guys, we are going to see a simple example to understand the third use of the this keyword. So guys, the third use is like this can be used to call or invoke a current class constructor, right? So guys, with the help of this we can call or we can invoke a current class constructor, right? So guys, we can call or invoke a current class constructor. So let's go to our id, and I am going to edit this program So guys, we have a demo class, right? That's fine. So let's create some constructor here for a demo. So guys, I have created a default constructor, and inside the default constructor, let's print SOP, and let's here print default constructor. And guys, I'm going to create one more constructor, and this will be like a parametric constructor, and inside the SOP let's write a parameterized constructor, parameterized constructor, right? So guys, inside the demo class I have a two constructor now with like a default constructor and one like a parametric constructor, right? So let's remove this show method for now, and inside the main method, okay, inside the main method I have created a demo class, and let's create one more object. So guys, here let's keep this name as a dm1, and inside this object I am going to pass an argument, and I am going to pass the 7 value. So now guys, it is going so guys, the dm is going to call the default constructor, and the dm1 is going to call the parametric constructor. So let's run this program and check the output for now. So guys, you can see that we are getting a call of this both constructor as a default constructor and a parametric constructor at the time of the object creation of the demo class, right? And now guys, what we have to do, we have to show you how to call the constructor with the help of this keyword, right? So guys, for that guys, now guys, if I want to call a default constructor from the parametric constructor, so now guys, like I want to call a default constructor from a parametric constructor from inside a parametric constructor, then what we can do, we can simply use like this dot demo, okay, or simply we can use this inside, okay. And guys, with the help of this keyword we can call the default constructor from inside the parametric constructor. So let's run this program and let's see the output what we are getting. So okay, so guys, you can see that we are getting the output as a default constructor, and the parametric constructor. So guys, at the time of the first object creation of the dm, it is going to call a default constructor, right? And now guys, when the second object like the dm1 is created, it call the like the parametric constructor, but it found that this keyword spreads is there. So guys, it is going to call the default constructor here. So we got the output as default constructor, and after that it will come back here and it is going to display the parametric constructor. So guys, we are getting the output in this way. So guys, with the help of this keyword we can call a constructor from a constructor or from a current class, right? And now guys, if I want to call like a parametric constructor from a default constructor, then guys, what we can do, we can simply write this and we can pass an argument, let's say as a 7. Recursive constructor, okay. So guys, it is going to call again and again. So guys, this is not possible. So for this guys, I have to remove this, right? So guys, now it is fine. And now guys, you can see the output if I will run this program. So okay, so guys, you get the output as the parametric constructor, default constructor, and the parametric constructor. So guys, at the time of the first object creation, it called the default constructor, and guys here it found that the parametric constructor to be called with this keyword, so it's gone. So guys, here it transferred to the parametric constructor, and it displays system.out.println parametric constructor, and after that it again gone to the default constructor, and here it displays the default constructor, and again it is gone to the parametric constructor with the dm1 object creation, right? So guys, I hope you understand the concept, how to write a program and how you can say that we can call a constructor with the help of this keyword, right? So now guys, we are going to see the fourth uses. So guys, the third use is complete. So guys, the third use says that we can use to call or invoke a current class constructor. So this is completed with an example. So now guys, we are going to see the fourth use. It can be used to pass an argument in the method call. So guys, the fourth use says that we can use this to pass as an argument in the method call. So let's go to our ID, and now guys, I am going to edit this program only. So let's remove this constructor for now. So guys, we have a class with the name demo, right? And now guys, what I will do, I am going to create the two method here. So let's create that method, first method with the name m1, right? And let's create a second method with the name m2. So guys, I have created the two method m1 and m2, and guys, inside the m1 I am going to create a reference variable of the demo class. So let's create a reference variable dm1. Okay, so guys, here we have the dm1 as a reference variable, right? And inside this I am going to write a system.out.println, and here I will show some message like inside m1 method. Okay, and guys, inside the m2 method I am going to call the m1 method. So guys, from inside the m2 method I am going to call a m1 method, and guys, here I have to pass the reference variable, and guys, we know that this is the reference variable of the current class. So guys, simply we can pass this. So guys, this is going to pass the current class reference variable the reference, and guys, it is going to receive by the dm1. Okay, right? And guys, we have a man method, and inside the man method with the dm we can call the m2 method, right? So let's run this program and let's see the output. So guys, we can see that we will get the output as inside m1 method, right? So guys, inside the man method, as I create the object of the demo class, with the help of the object I invoke the m2 method. So guys, from inside the m2 method we have called, or we have invoked the m1 method with the current class reference. So guys, here you can see that we have passed this as a reference variable, and guys, here m1 is receiving the dm1 is receiving the reference of the current class, and guys, it is calling the m1 method, and here it is displaying inside m1 method. So guys, with the help of this keyword, it can be used to pass an argument in the method call. So guys, you can see that we have passed this as an argument in the method call, right? So guys, this is the fourth use of this keyword, right? So guys, I hope you understand the program of the fourth use. And the fourth use says that it can be used to pass an argument in the method call, right? So guys, we have completed this fourth use, and now let's go to the fifth use. So guys, the fifth use says that it can be used to pass as an argument in the constructor call. So guys, you can pass this as an argument in the constructor call also. So let's go to our ID, And now guys, I'm going to edit this program. So now guys, for this guys, I'm going to create one more class. Let's say I'm creating a class with the name test. Okay, and inside the test class, so let's create generate constructor. Okay, so I have created a constructor, and here I am passing a demo class reference as an argument, and inside this constructor, let's say I am doing system.out.println, and I'm displaying some message test class constructor, right? So guys, inside the test class I have created a parametric constructor, and here I have passed the demo class reference. Okay, and inside the demo class, let's go to the demo class, and inside the demo class I have a method m1, right? So let's remove this, and inside the demo class I will create the object of the test class. So let's with the new keyword. So guys, inside the m1 method I have created the object of the test class, and now I will remove m2 method from here, and we have a main method, and we have to call m1, right? So guys, inside the demo class I have created a m1 method, and inside the m1 method I am creating the object of the test class, and we have a test class here, and we have a parametric constructor here, right, with the demo reference. And now guys, inside the main method I am calling the dm.m1 method of this class, and here guys, as guys the test class is a parametric constructor, so we have to pass the reference here. So guys, here I will pass this as a reference. So guys, here you can see that we can pass the this as an argument in a constructor. So guys, this is the constructor of the test class, right? So guys, here you can see that we can pass the this as a constructor in the argument of a constructor, right? So let's run this program. So we have a main method inside a demo class. So let's run this and let's see the output. So guys, you can see the output we are getting is a test class constructor. So guys, in the main method we are calling the m1 method. So guys, the m1 method is creating the object of the test class, and inside the constructor I am passing the this keyword, and this is the current class reference. So guys, this is received by the test class constructor d, and here it is printing the test class constructor. So guys, this is a very simple example to show you how we can pass the this in an argument of a constructor, right? So guys, okay, so guys, I hope you understand this lecture, like a simple program. So let's go to here, and guys, here we have seen it can be used to pass an argument in the constructor call, right? So now guys, we are left with the sixth use. So can be used to return the current class instance from a method. So guys, this can be used to return. It means that we can use the this in the return statement to return the current class instance from a method. So guys, in this example I am going to create one method, and we are going to simply return the this keyword. So guys, it is going to return the current class instance, right? So let's go to our id, and here guys we have a demo class, that's fine, and we have a m1 method, but guys it is of a void type. Now guys, I'm going to do as a demo type because I want to return the current class reference, and inside the m1 method I will do return this. So guys, return this. So guys, this is going to return the current class reference from a method, right? So guys, this statement says that it's going to return the current class, the reference from inside a method. So guys, here it is calling the m1 method, and inside the m1 method is going to return this keyword, right? So let's compile and let's run. So okay, So guys, here you can see that we got, and we have run the successfully, and guys we are returning the this. Okay, so guys, if you want to check it, you can write a system.out.println in here, and you can pass dm.m1 here. And we can run this program, and we can see the reference variable inside the main method, inside the main method. So guys, you can see that we are getting this reference, and guys, this is the current class reference variable. Okay, so guys, I hope you understand how we can write a simple program to see how we can return the this way with the help of a method. So guys, inside a method, I am returning this as a current class reference, right? So guys, these are the 6 uses of the this keyword. And guys, the first use says that it can be used to refer a current class instance variable. Second use says that it can be used to invoke a current class method implicitly. And third use says that it can be used to call or invoke a current class constructor. It can be used to pass in an argument in the method call. We can pass this inside an argument of a method call. We can pass this as an argument in the constructor call also, and we can return this as a current class instance from a method, right? So guys, these are the 6 uses of the this keyword. Okay, so guys, I hope you understand about the uses of the this keyword. And guys, if you find any doubt regarding the topic, then you can use the comment box, right? Thank you guys, and have a nice day. Thank you for watching this lecture.